Picture this. It's 2 a.m. and we're looking at a dark, rainy Chicago skyline. The whole city is asleep, the streets are slick with rain, and absolutely no one knows that a bizarre, real-life crime thriller is about to unfold. Welcome to This Explainer. We're gonna dive straight in and break down one of the most twisting, gripping mysteries you'll ever hear, using the actual timeline and evidence. We'll reconstruct this step by step, so buckle up. Are you ready? Okay, our story actually starts in a tense 911 call center. Imagine the room, flashing monitors everywhere. At exactly 2:13 a.m., an operator picks up a call, but at first, nothing. Just staring at the audio waveform on the screen. The only thing coming through is the chilling sound of heavy breathing from an anonymous man somewhere in the shadows. Then this trembling voice whispers, "If this call is being recorded, listen carefully. They already killed me, but the body you'll find won't be mine." Just 5 seconds later, a sudden massive crashing sound that echoes like it's in an abandoned warehouse. And then, dead silence. Now the police, they waste absolutely no time. They trace that phone signal instantly on their digital map. Picture patrol cars speeding down completely empty highways in the dead of night, sirens just wailing through the rain. Those coordinates lead them to a grim, isolated spot about 20 miles outside the city limits. It's this old steel bridge, totally swallowed up by thick fog, with that cinematic blue and red lighting from the cruisers flashing through the mist. I want you to step into the investigator's shoes for a second. Right under that bridge, those emergency lights are bouncing off a black SUV that is just fully engulfed in flames. Firefighters rush in, they get the blaze extinguished, and detectives finally move in to examine the wreckage. Sitting there in the driver's seat is a burned, totally unrecognizable body. But they find a wallet in the victim's pocket. The driver's license inside gives them a name, Adam Parker, a 42-year-old businessman. Now, at first glance, you'd think, okay, tragic, but an open and shut case, right? Well, let's see how this builds. When we actually map out the timeline, it is an incredibly tight, rapid-fire sequence of events. Look at this. Just 3 days ago, Adam Parker was officially reported missing. Then, literally 24 hours ago, he makes a massive, completely unexplained cash withdrawal. And now, today, at 2:13 a.m., we have this fatal SUV crash. It's a hugely suspicious succession leading right up to his supposed death.
So the initial police theory was pretty straightforward. They figured it was a kidnapping and murder, and the perpetrators used a burning vehicle to destroy the evidence. Makes sense on paper. But enter Detective Sarah Mitchell. She's one of the department's most respected investigators, and she takes one look at the evidence board and immediately sees the red flags. Think about it. If Adam Parker is the dead man in that burning SUV, then who in the world made that 911 call? And why would they say the body won't be mine? Plus, she was highly skeptical of a forensic report that relied entirely on a piece of plastic, a driver's license, to identify a badly burned body.
And this right here is absolutely crucial. Another detective actually pushed back, questioning Sarah's decision to order a full DNA test. He's like, the wallet obviously belonged to Adam. But Sarah calmly fires back with this brilliant counterpoint: wallets can be stolen, DNA can't lie. Honestly, it perfectly captures her sharp analytical style. She refuses to just accept the easy answer if the underlying logic is flawed. She demands the actual science. Okay, so while they're waiting on those DNA results, the investigation pivots over to Adam's home. And this is fascinating because sometimes a complete lack of evidence is the biggest clue of all. Detectives are sweeping this modern luxury house, and the atmosphere is super tense. But there's nothing, literally zero signs of a struggle. No forced entry, everything looks perfectly normal. Until they get to Adam's private office. They find a safe, and it's unlocked. Most of his important documents are just sitting right there, untouched. But one specific compartment, completely empty. A hard drive is missing. And just like that, the entire focus of the investigation shifts. You know, think about how terrifying it would be to live with a secret so heavy you can't even tell your own spouse. The mystery gets so much deeper when investigators finally sit down with Adam's wife, Alice Parker. She reveals something seriously unsettling. For the last 6 months, Adam had been living in absolute paralyzing terror. He was constantly talking about packing up and moving away, and he kept giving her this chilling warning: if something happens to me, trust nobody. But the crazy part? When Detective Mitchell asked who Adam was so afraid of, Alice had no idea. He never actually named a single person. And then the financial records hit the detective's desk. Just look at this staggering number: $500,000. A mere 24 hours before he vanished, Adam withdrew $500,000 in cold hard cash. To put that into perspective,
In today's digital world, trying to move that kind of money without setting off massive financial alarms is incredibly difficult. Yet investigators found total radio silence. There were no plane tickets bought, no hotel reservations, no major luxury purchases. $500,000 just vanished into thin air, right before Adam did.
Finally, the moment arrives. Detective Mitchell gets those DNA results back. Picture the room falling completely silent as she opens the report. And the conclusion is absolutely undeniable. The body found inside that burning SUV was not Adam Parker. Let that sink in for a second. The man the entire city believed was dead was someone else entirely. Which means, in a split second, this murder investigation transforms into a massive hunt for a living man. Adam survives the fire, or at least he was alive when it was set. So the million-dollar question is, where is Adam? Right as they're processing this massive twist, the tension skyrockets. Sarah's phone suddenly vibrates on her desk. It's a message from an unknown number. No text, no audio file, just one single image attached. She opens the file, and staring right back at her is a photograph of Adam Parker. He's tied to a chair, his face is heavily bruised. He is very much alive, but he is clearly being held against his will in some dark location.
But guys, it is what's in the background of that photograph that changes the entire trajectory of this case. Right behind a bruised, tied-up Adam Parker, scrawled across a cold concrete wall in what looks exactly like blood, are 3 chilling words. Don't trust Sarah. Suddenly, the very detective leading the charge is thrust right into the center of the conspiracy. Who took this photo? Who wrote that message? And what is Detective Sarah Mitchell's true connection to all of this? It is a profound cliffhanger that turns everything we just learned completely upside down. It leaves you with one major question. In a case where literally nothing is as it seems, who can you actually trust?